You're live.
Okay. I hereby call to order this meeting of the Arizona Boxing and Mixed Martial Arts Commission. Today is February 13th, 2019, and the time is 10:02 a.m. Would those commissioners in attendance please identify themselves and state as to whether they are here in person or via telephone?
This is Joe Pennington. I'm participating by telephone.
This is Scott Fletcher. I am here in person, and Scott Peters will not be joining us today. He is out of the country. Item A2 is approval of the minutes of the regular monthly commission meeting held on January 16th, 2019, and the special commission meeting held on January 30th, 2019. Commissioner Pennington, have you had a chance to review those minutes?
Mr. Chairman, I have, and I would move that we approve the minutes of the January 16th commission meeting, regular monthly commission meeting, as well as the minutes of the special meeting held on January the 30th, 2019.
Thank you. I will second that motion. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Let's move on to our license applications. B1 is the 2019 Professional Boxers Renewal License application of Fidel Hernandez per ARS Sections 5-227, 228, and AAC R19-2-C604 for persons over the age of 36. Mr. Hernandez, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
You brought the next Mr. Hernandez with you, too. Little Fidel.
For license in 18 years.
Commissioner, Mr. Hernandez has brought his 2-month-old son, Fidel.
Yeah.
That's terrific. He's beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thanks for coming down. Mr. Meneses, will you speak to Mr. Hernandez's application, please?
Yes, sir. As we all know, Mr. Fidel Hernandez is a local boxer here in Arizona. He fights pretty regularly here in Arizona. He is currently 41 years old. He is running 5 miles a day. He does cardio on Tuesdays and Thursdays, weight training, sparring. His walking weight's at 169, and his fight weight is 168. So I'm pretty sure he can make that 1 pound. On the 23rd is his show with Iron Boy. I recommend to approve. All this paperwork is in order. If you'll notice on his MRI, it was, or is this his EKG? His EKG was from 2017. It is still valid for 2 years. It's from August. This is the one that we used last year in August when he renewed, and we're using it again this year. And it is, his MRI is the new one from this year. But everything is in order, and I recommend to approve him.
Great. Thank you. Commissioner Pennington, thoughts, questions for Mr. Hernandez?
Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed the documentation submitted by Mr. Hernandez, and I have no further questions for him.
Okay. I might have one.
Well, I do have one.
Oh, yeah. Please, go ahead.
I do have one, and that is, how is his wife doing after the delivery?
She's good. She's here also.
Got the whole family.
Wonderful.
It's like a Christmas card in here, Commissioner. And the baby is beautiful. And sleeping?
Yeah.
Now, I had a baby once, and it just screamed all the time.
Oh, no, he doesn't cry at all. He's good.
Is that right? Yeah, he's behaving beautifully today. I do have one question. Mr. Meneses, have you looked at matchmaking and who Mr. Hernandez might be facing?
He is, and top of my head, I don't remember who is matched with him right now, but I had no concerns with the matchup. And they announced your opponent, correct? Is your opponent already decided?
Yes.
Okay, who was it?
Ulises Jimenez,
Coming from
Mexico.
Mexico. Okay.
23 wins, 23 losses, 1 draw.
Okay, that sounds about right. And so there was no concern, especially with his record, which, go ahead.
19-5-1.
19-5-1. Mm-hmm. So I don't have any concerns there from a record standpoint. The other fighter does fight in Mexico a lot, and that's one of the things that we do look at is the lack of regulation and commission there, so I don't usually use too much of their Mexico fights in consideration when approving these. I usually use recognized commissions records when looking at these.
I appreciate how thorough you are. Usually are. Every time I ask, you got your ducks in a row. I appreciate that. I have no other thoughts for Mr. Hernandez. Is there a motion by chance?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we grant a renewal license application. Let me start over. I move that we grant a professional boxer's renewal license for Fidel Hernandez pursuant to ARS 5-227, 5-228, and AAC R19-2-C604 as a fighter over age 36.
Thank you. We have a motion. I will second that motion. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Mr. Hernandez, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. You guys have a good day.
Thank you. We appreciate your time. Someone chimed in on the phone, I believe. Who is that?
Russell Peltz.
Mr. Peltz, thank you so much for calling in.
Get to B3.
We will jump to your issue right now. How about that?
So you give me 1 second to grab it.
Okay.
B3.
I'm going to table B2 and jump to B3, which is pursuant to ARS sections 5-227, 228A, B, and E, and 229, the renewal license application submitted by J. Russell Peltz, doing business as Peltz Boxing Promotions, for a 2019 promoter's license. Mr. Peltz, welcome. We're glad you're back. We've done some wonderful shows with you, and I'm really excited that you're back and looking to cause more trouble in Arizona. What do you have up your sleeve? What are you contemplating?
Actually, we're waiting to see if there is a building available May 11th for the Birchelt postponed title fight with ESPN and Top Rank.
Well, that's exciting. We'll build one for you if we can't find one for you. How about that?
Well, we wanted to go outdoors at the Casino del Sol, but they're unavailable, so we're looking at the, I think the complex where we ran that fight in September of 17 on the university campus.
Was that GCU?
To hear if one of their buildings is available.
That might have been at Grand Canyon University, perhaps? They have a...
No, wasn't University of Arizona?
Oh, you're talking about McHale, the basketball arena. Probably 13,000 seats in that, I think. That's a nice building.
Yeah.
Well,
I can't.
We'll get you sorted out.
I put Zordo there the first time. And my mind is going. I can't even
Oscar Valdez. You did an Oscar Valdez fight in what's called the Tucson Convention Center now, which is in downtown Tucson.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, great.
We're waiting to see if one of their buildings is available. Michelle Rosado was checking on that.
Terrific. I'm glad Michelle's still involved with you too. She's terrific. I will shut up and ask Mr. Meneses to speak to your application.
Yes, sir. Mr. Peltz is returning to Arizona. As you know, he's been coming to Arizona for many years. He always submits all of his paperwork. His shows are always well thought out and well prepared. He partners with some of the big promoters like Top Rank, like he mentioned. He has submitted everything we've asked for, and he is, as he just said, working on a date coming up on May 11th. Everything looks to be in order, and I recommend to approve him.
Thank you. Commissioner Pennington can usually be found in the great city of Tucson. He's not right now, but Commissioner, thoughts, questions for Mr. Peltz?
Well, I will make every effort that I can to be back in Tucson on May the 11th if he's going to hold an event there. And beyond that, I have reviewed all of the documentation that Mr. Peltz has provided regarding his application. We have had many years of experience with Mr. Peltz and Peltz Boxing Promotion. He has done a great job, and I would move that we grant a renewal promoter's license to Russell Peltz, doing business as Peltz Boxing Promotion, per ARS 5-227, 5-228ABE, and 5-229.
Thank you. We have a motion. I will second that motion. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Mr. Peltz, thank you so much. We're really excited about what you're contemplating. Whatever we can do to help you, please let us know.
Right. appreciate it. The only thing that could stop me is if my fingerprints turn up that I'm a serial murderer.
Oh dear. Should we be concerned? Well, May 11th isn't far off, so those DNA tests take a while. You take
Okay,
care.
I appreciate it.
Thanks so much for calling in. Take care now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Can we get a hold of him? All right, do we have King of the Cage on the phone?
Yes, Commissioner. My name is Julie Wilcox from King of the Cage.
Hey, Julie, this is Francisco, the Executive Director. I have the Chairman of the Commission here, Mr. Pennington. The Commissioner is on telephone, and everybody else is assembled. So let's get into yours.
Very good. Hi, Julie. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. We're equally as excited that you all are back. I was reminiscing about
Thank
King
you.
of the Cage events. I think the last one, someone backed into Terry's car at Talking Stick Arena, I think, or no, at the resort.
I remember.
Yeah, I sat with them, and someone had, do you remember that?
Backed into his car. Yes, right.
Yeah.
I remember him calling me saying somebody backed into the Corvette in front of the casino at Ballet.
Yeah, he was not pleased about it. It took him a few years to come back, it sounds like, but he's back, or at least you are.
He's back.
Or is he's just going to send you out? Okay, we'll just bring a rental car or something next time.
Yes, I will bring.
Don't bring the Corvette this time. We're excited
Okay.
you're back. You know what I did? Last night I looked at your website, and you have a great piece on there about the history of King of the Cage and some of the
Okay.
fighters that have been part of King of the Cage, including
Yeah.
Uriah Faber and Daniel Cormier and Ronda Rousey, and it's a who's
Yeah.
who. It's amazing what you guys have done over the years. You should be really proud of what all you've
thank
been able to
you.
accomplish.
I think
Thank
DC's
you.
coming in. DC's working someone's corner this weekend.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Mr. Manessa says Daniel Cormier is working. We have a UFC event this weekend here in town, and he's going to work corner,
Okay.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
Oh, wow.
terrific. Anyway, we're excited you're back. Can you tell us what you're considering, or have you gotten that far?
Well, we've looked at a venue over at the Blue Water Casino and Resort.
Uh-huh.
And then I know also Terry has some feelers out for other venues in the state of, or not the state, but the area of Phoenix area. So we're looking at that right now. However, I know the first one we'd like to do there is Blue Water Casino and Resort, and then we're looking at maybe even to a bigger branch.
Very good. Blue Water's a great spot. We've done outdoor events there. Those always spook me because
Yeah.
of weather. But
Right.
we've done a number of indoor events there too, and they've done really well. I really I like that spot.
Great.
Very good. Commissioner Pennington, thoughts, questions?
Mr. Chairman, I did not get Julie's last name. I apologize.
Oh, no. My name is Trebilcock. Julie Trebilcock.
Okay. So you're related to Terry?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right, that's I understand that. Mr. Chairman, I have reviewed all of the information submitted by Terry Troublecock, doing business as King of the Cage, and I recall many events, or several events that we had with King of the Cage. Those were always done very successfully, very well organized, and so I commend them for coming back to Arizona, and I wish them the very best. If you are ready, I'm ready to make a motion, sir.
I am ready, sir.
Okay, I move that we grant a new license. Let me clarify this. This is a new license application because there was a period of time that he was not licensed in Arizona. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay, so I move that we grant a new license application to Terry Troublecock, doing business as King of the Cage, for a 2019 promoter's license, pursuant to ARS 5-227, 5-228, A, B, E, and 5-229.
Thank you. We have a motion. I will second the motion. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Ms. Trebilcock, thank you so much for calling in. We look forward to
Thank you.
Blue Water.
We look forward to working with you again.
Absolutely. You take care. Thanks so much.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
All right. To C, our information report. C1 is our updated 2019 event schedule. Mr. Meneses.
So not much has changed since you guys seen this last one. As I showed you guys, we're going to print off each month so you can kind of see a better calendar and get a visual. Because I'm also a visual person, so I thought maybe you guys would appreciate seeing this. The only change that you do that's not recorded on here yet is tentatively on March 15th, 16th, the WFF event is postponed until further notice. She's having trouble securing another venue, and she wants to move out of the Gila River Casino venue. So that one is postponed. And these calendars are updated and put on the website at the beginning of every month. So after it was already updated is when she told me that. So it'll be on the next one. It'll be updated.
Well, that's a shame. Any thoughts on where they go or if they go?
She does have a venue in mind, and she's asked that it not be made public yet.
Sure.
Because there's been some, negotiations they're working through.
Understood. Well, good. They're still working at it, which is good news. Okay, terrific. Commissioner Pennington, any thoughts or questions about our event schedule?
Mr. Chairman, I have no questions regarding it.
Okay, neither do I. Let's forge on into item 2, the 2019 Commission meeting schedule. Mr. Meneses.
So once again, this is just keeping you guys updated every month of where we're at. Just keep in mind the dates. If you have any issues, let me know, and we can always see if we can work something else out. Most of these dates are in consideration of the conference room we were in right now with Racing's commission schedule as well. So we're trying to be considerate of the conference room for the people in this building. So if you have any other issues with scheduling, just let me know, and we can always look at moving those dates. But Carlo has already tentatively reserved this room for all these dates for the whole year.
Terrific. I think Wednesdays tend to work well. Commissioner, Wednesdays work for you this year?
Wednesdays are fine, Mr. Chairman.
Terrific.
I do have one question for Mr. Meneses. I have not gone through and compared the schedule in our agenda packet to the one previously submitted. Are they the same, Mr. Meneses?
The commission schedule, yes, sir. It's from last month. It's the same.
Okay.
Nothing's changed there. I'm just updating that now. January's done, and next month you'll see February's done, but it'll still have March on there going forward.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Terrific.
Mr. Chairman, otherwise I have no questions regarding the schedule.
Thank you, Commissioner. Item C3 is an update on the concussion protocol procurement process. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Can we get one of those P's out of there?
So I've been working with our people here in the state procurement process. They have nothing new has really changed. She has made the phone calls and talked to some of the medical providers that we already have on contract to see if they offer this service, and so far no one does. So that's kind of what we expected, and that we can start moving forward on the next phase of actually trying to put together what exactly we're looking for and put it out to all the medical providers. And Deanie is willing to help on that as well, so we can get the correct language and work on getting the procurement process complete on this. Once again, I'm still expecting the significant update probably will come in the next, between March and April. I think that's when we'll have the next big step forward of actually starting to put this in place. Deanie did bring up a concern, I think, that we should look at in a future commission meeting, and that is, this is already in our rules that we're supposed to be doing this, and we are technically violating our rules by not implementing it. This is because we weren't ready to implement this. So I think the discussion was we should maybe consider if we need to amend our rules and remove it temporarily until we have the procedures in place, or look at another solution of how to best address this.
Understood. How easy is amending our rules?
We have a
Well, it's
wonderful
process,
AG.
you know that, right?
Right. If anyone knows it, it's us, yes. I appreciate you chasing this, and I understand how sticky it is right now. But we got to press forward with it, too. Commissioner Pennington, what are your thoughts?
Mr. Chairman, I concur with your thoughts on it. I think the concussion protocol is very important for us. How we address this, maybe in the next commission meeting, we can discuss it in more detail and have an opportunity for staff to give us some feedback and possible further input on where we should go here.
I agree. I'd love to see it. I assume it'll be on the next agenda, and the one after that possibly too. As I read our rules, there's some leeway in the verbiage as to what we can do. and maybe this isn't the time or place to talk about it. You said that at this UFC event, we have some dignitaries coming in from California, correct?
So they're not they're inspectors that California has
okay.
sent out. So they're not actually commissioners.
Sure.
But the commissioner from North Carolina that's coming out, I think they're coming out to also make contact with UFC to get some events there. So he might be a one to talk to. I've talked to a few states. Not everyone is on board with this. And I think it was you that last month that asked me to reach out to ABC and see what kind of globally we're doing. And many states are having kind of the same struggle. The bigger promoters, UFC does all concussion protocol, and they do it all in their own testing facilities. So it's just trying to find out where we're at, and I think a lot of states are struggling with this. It's an added expense to the fighters, which it's fighters were upset that we even went up a couple bucks on their licensing. So you're adding a whole other expense, or it's a burden put on the promoter to pay for these tests, and that's going to also be an issue. So we're trying to figure out how to make it best work, and I think let's put it actually as a discussion item on next month. And we can talk more in depth, as well as if you need legal advice, we can always go into that as well.
Okay, good. Well, I've always learned more talking to inspectors than I have commissioners, quite honestly, over the years. Right, Al? Right, fellas? The commissioners are just royalty is all. They don't know what's going on. Right, Commissioner Pennington?
As we said before, shaking hands, kissing
Well, for
babies.
those that live in Phoenix, have good hairdos.
That's it. You got me. More to come next month. We'll discuss this in detail and hopefully make some progress on this thing, because it is a little sticky. Let's press on. D is a spot where we could have an executive session. Is there any reason for one?
Mr. Chairman, I have no reason to go into executive session.
No one else does either, Commissioner. So let's press on into E, a summary of current events. This is time for the chair or any member of the commission to give a brief summary on current events that affect the commission. Commissioner Pennington.
Mr. Chairman, I have no thoughts at this point.
Okay. I had a question. I just wanted to know where we stand. I'm assuming that Commissioner Pennington's term is probably ended or about to, right?
January it ended.
Okay.
So I think we're
January 21.
Wow, okay. If we're replacing any commissioners, they better do it quickly, because they've got to go through a Senate confirmation hearing and other things. We haven't heard anything from...
So with our legislative liaison, he contacted boards and commissions and asked that we either consider reseating, because all 3 commissioners are expired, or looking at if they have anybody they want to replace it with at this time.
Okay.
We haven't heard back, and we're just waiting to see what they decide to do.
Okay.
But they just started recently working on racing, so we're hoping that we're going to be next, what they're going to do.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. My only other thing I want to say is we've got a great opportunity this weekend to once again endear ourselves to the UFC. They consider us one of the best commissions they've worked with, and they should. We have the best people. So let's just do the same thing we always do. I tend to go up there 2 months later and beg for another show, and it's really easy when we handle ourselves the way we do. So I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be a good one. If there's anything I can do, please let me know.
Sure.
Okay.
And you and I are going to a couple events. They're having a few events this week that are media and public events. We're going to go to that. As you said, UFC's on Sunday. The details for those that are attending has already gone out. And after that, the only other thing I have on updates is that there's a reminder, ABC will be here July, and tickets are now on sale if you plan on attending that conference in Scottsdale. You'll see the dates on the website show July 26th through the 31st. That Friday, Saturday, Sunday are for the officials that want to go to training for judges, inspectors, and referees. The actual commission portion will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is the 29th, 30th, and 31st. We have been tasked with arranging the opening guest speaker and the closing ceremony speaker. Both are surprises to you guys at this time, but we are working on them, and it should be pretty good.
Awesome. That's interesting. Surprises to us, huh?
Yeah. I'm not telling you.
He's making a slippery looking face, too, Commissioner. Like, he's definitely got something up his sleeve, obviously, but he's not about to tell us, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Now, is there something we can do to make sure it's 91 degrees and not 155 when they're here?
When ABC told me that they chose Phoenix to come for this year, and I asked them the dates, and they told me it was in July, I asked them why. I told them they don't understand how hot it gets here. They've also asked me to help them find activities outdoors for them to do, and I recommended they stay indoors in their hotel or in the mall or the movie theater because it'll be very hot. So there'll be a lot of golfing that
they're gonna
weekend.
play golf
But yeah,
and
early golf.
5 a.m. tee times.
Yeah.
It's a great thing they're coming. Director Vogt, the Association of Boxing Commission, is going to meet here for the first time, as far as I understand. And it's a big group. I went many years ago in Florida, and it's probably, I don't know, is it 500 people? It's a lot. It's a big group.
This last year in Florida, we had approximately 200,
Okay.
and that is all state athletic commissioners, all tribal commissions, any world recognized commissions. So we had some from Brazil and Australia there, and then a couple of the big promoters, UFC, Bellator, Top Rank, and then some of our regulatory sites that maintain our suspension list and our medicals also came as well. So BoxRec and the ABC database hosts all came. So it was a really good turnout. We went through a lot of material and did some changes to rules. That's when we kind of do some votes, and that's expected what's going to happen this year as well.
Yeah, it's a special meeting. It'll be exciting having them playing golf
Yeah.
in July.
Well, Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Pennington, Mr. Meneses has briefed me up on this. We're going to sit down and talk about the conference and see what we can pull together and make sure that Arizona has its best foot forward, because we love to have visitors, and especially one that's promoting the sport.
Terrific. Thank you.
Awesome.
We got some time to work on that.
Yes.
Just bundle everybody up and send them to Tucson. It's not nearly as hot.
It's at least 4 degrees cooler in Tucson, right?
What are they going to do? Hunt for tumbleweeds down there?
Yeah.
Hey, come
Yeah,
on.
be nice. Be nice now.
I think the director of gaming used to live in Tucson, so be careful.
I
Yeah.
did indeed.
Oh.
Yep, careful.
I have taken down his name, so
Now I got 3 people from Tucson against me.
The chairman spent most of his life down there. There's a
Yeah.
lot of Tucson
I
in the
know.
room. Yeah.
I'm not a
yeah.
Tucson. ASU.
Tread carefully.
I like Tempe.
Let's press on. F is the call to the commission. Commission members wishing to ask questions or make comments must be recognized by the chair. Have you had a change of mind, Commissioner?
No, Mr. Chairman, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, very
One
good.
thing on that.
Yes.
I just have one thing. Mr. Al Hill is returning back to us as the Chief Inspector over boxing. Mr. Hill was out for approximately 8 months due to an injury. He's got over 40 years in the boxing world. He's got a ton of knowledge and experience, and we've missed him, but he is now back, and he is going to be working the very next boxing show. Shadowing, since I've done some changes, he's going to shadow about 2 boxing shows to get caught up to speed, and then he will be back as our Chief Inspector of Boxing.
Hot dog. There's no better.
Yes.
There's no better. We're glad to have you back, Al. Thank you. G is call to the public. Those members of the public wishing to address the commission must identify themselves and be recognized by the chair. We'd ask you hold comments to 5 minutes. Would anyone like to speak with us? Come on. Somebody? No takers, Commissioner. They've had it with us by now. H is the announcement that the next regularly scheduled commission meeting will be at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, March 13th, 2019. You made a face like that's
Oh, and I'm
not true.
looking for something, so go ahead.
Okay.
That was a different face.
Okay. He's using a lot of faces today, Commissioner, which doesn't help on the phone. Which leads us to the possibility of adjournment.
Mr. Chairman, with no further business to come before us, I move we adjourn.
We have a motion. I second that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Commissioner Pennington, thank you so much for your time. Everyone else, thank you. We appreciate your time, interest, and our paths will cross yet again, Commissioner. You take care. Go hit those slopes.
We'll do that. Thank you.
You,
Take care now.
10:30, right?